So in this video I'm going to show you how to change the oil in a rotary compressor, and this is going to be an improved version of my last one, which has had hundreds of thousands of views, but I was making it up as I went along pretty much, and it wasn't very good. So this is a compressor out of a dehumidifier. I reckon it's got polyester or polyalkylene glycol oil in it. I'm not sure which, but usually with R134A you're dealing with polyester, so I'm going to take all the oil out, because if I don't and it gets too much moisture in it, it'll just turn to acid and ruin the system. So to do this you're going to need CO2 or nitrogen. That's just to purge through the compressor so it doesn't react with anything, and CO2 works as a purging gas as well, but nitrogen is obviously the preferred standard. And then you need something to measure how much oil comes out, because you need to put the oil back in again obviously, and I'm going to be using mineral oil because that's the best kind of oil to use for an R290 system. So what I'm going to do is just purge it through with carbon dioxide, just to make sure that the gas is flowing freely. Make sure it's coming out of discharge. Yep, that's flowing freely. So I just need to turn this upside down, like so, and hopefully oil will start pouring out. But it might not. It'll take a little while. And then we just very gently turn on the gas. Now you can see it makes the oil come out quite quickly, so just keep doing that until no more oil comes out. I was thinking about flushing the rest of the oil out using isopropyl alcohol, but probably shouldn't bother because that could contaminate the system. So you're best just having the compressor upside down for a few hours and letting all the oil drain out, because you don't want extra contaminants in the system. Like for my hot tub heat pump, I purged the compressor out with isopropyl alcohol, and it's not damaged it in any way. I put it under vacuum to evaporate the alcohol off, but it's really not advisable. So yeah, as you can see, there's a fair bit of oil in there, a bit more than I was expecting actually. So that's all going to get replaced with some nice Soniso 3GS mineral oil. Okay, so now it's time to put the oil in. I've drilled out that port there which had the discharge line brazed into it, and then I removed all the metal shavings by blasting it through with CO2, and I'd also heated up the compressor a bit to get extra oil out of it. So now what I'm going to do is fill a syringe with oil. I did try vacuuming the oil through the system by putting the vacuum pump there and dipping this end in the oil, but it just didn't work at all. So I've no idea why that is. It must have been because the rotor inside the compressor's turned and maybe blocked it. So what we'll do is I'll just inject oil like this. At least I'll try to anyway. Get as much in as I can. Just try and lubricate the syringe a bit. There we go, that's a good bit in it now. So let's try and see if I can inject that into the compressor from here. Just very, very gently, of course. Yeah, it just keeps coming right out. So the key to it is just doing it extremely slowly. I suppose if you had a thinner tube, you could get it right inside the compressor and you could do it quicker, but I'm just doing it sort of very slowly like this. So that seems to be working nicely.